Number three, we're going to visualize our ideal outcome. Let me read Genesis 15:5. Genesis 15:5 says, and God took him, the NLT version says, then the Lord took Abraham outside his tent and said to him, look up at the sky and count the stars if you can. That's how many descendants you'll have. What did God do? God took Abraham outside of his tent. Why? Because if he would have looked up inside of the tent, he would not have seen the stars. He would have seen a roof. He would have seen a covering. He would have seen limitation. He would have seen in the natural what he was. He was limited. He didn't have a son. He wasn't capable of having a son. So God had to change geography on him. He took him outside of his tent and he said, now look up into the heavens and look at these stars. You've been staring at the roof, Abraham. You've been looking at the roof, Abraham. You haven't been able to bear a child because you have a roof as a ceiling. So here's what I'm going to do, Abraham. I'm going to take you outside of your comfort zone. I'm going to take you outside of that limitation zone. I'm going to bring you out into a wide space and place. And I'm going to have you look up into the sky, and I'm going to create a new picture on the inside of you. What kind of picture? Descendants that are so many, you'll be able to count them like the sand. So I don't want to just write my goals down. I want to close my eyes and I want to see the outcomes. I want to see myself crossing that finish line. I want to see myself out of debt. I want to see myself whole. I want to see my relationships whole. Because if I can see it, I can be it. If I can see it, I can be it. Whatever you can conceive in your mind, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. Let me say that again. If you can conceive it in your mind and you believe it, you can achieve it. When you can see it clearly, it becomes something tangible, something that you can believe in because you've seen yourself already doing it. I like to do this when I'm starting off doing something new or learning something new. I will see myself, close my eyes and see myself doing that thing efficiently, doing that thing effectively, doing that thing as if it's already done. Some folks don't want to close their eyes because their dream has turned into a nightmare. Let me tell you something. God's going to turn your nightmare into a dream again. Some of these nightmares, some of these scares, God is going to turn those scares turn into a dream again, where you're going to look forward to closing your eyes, where you're going to look forward to visualizing. Proverbs 23:7 says, as a man thinks, as a woman thinks, in his or her heart, so is he or she. The way you see you, that's how you'll be. What you see, you'll be. As a man visualizes in his heart, so is he. As a woman visualizes in her heart, so is she. So I want to make sure that I'm meditating on the right thing. I want to make sure that I'm visualizing the right thing. I don't know about you, but I have a very vivid imagination. I've had a very vivid imagination since I was a child. I've always been a dreamer, and I can see things many times in living color and technicolor. And that can work for you. And at times, if you're not careful, that can actually work against you. It's recognizing and distinguishing what's from the Lord and what's not, right? And so because I have a huge capacity to dream and to think, I believe, I can also have a capacity to see things negatively. Seeing the negative outcome, seeing what potentially might happen wrong. I can paint that picture just as clear as painting the picture that something good is going to happen. What I've got to do is I've got to take those thoughts, the negative thoughts, the condescending thoughts, the tear me down thoughts. Come on, I need to shift those over to I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. He's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that I can ask or think, according to his power that works in me. I need to be able to do these things. I've got to be able to see the end before the beginning. Can you see the end before the beginning? Yes, you can. If you can see the end before if you can see the end before the beginning in a negative light, which all that is faith in reverse, you can put your negative thinking and drive right out of that negative thinking into faith. All fear is faith in reverse. All fear is false evidence appearing real. So you can either live a life of false evidence appearing real, or you can live a life of face everything and rise. The choice is yours. Two different feelings, two different emotions. You choose. I'm going to choose to face everything and rise, or I'm going to choose false evidence appearing real. Which one am I going to choose? Identify the key areas of your life. That's number one. Take time for prayer and reflection. That's step 2. Step 3 is visualize your ideal outcome.